Banks stand to lose at least $500 million if they fund Elon Musk's Twitter takeover. The Guardian. Morgan Stanley and 6 others committed in April to raise $13 billion in debt to finance the purchase. Before a deterioration in credit markets, several large U.S. and international banks would lose $500 million or more if they proceed with obligations to fund Elon Musk's $44 billion takeover of Twitter. According to a report on Saturday, the banks, led by plus 3306 Charles. 2022 WWE Extreme Rules results. Live updates. Recap. Grades. Matches. Card. Start time. Highlights. CBS Sports. Live results. Analysis. Grades and highlights from WWE Extreme Rules on Saturday in Philadelphia. Edge vs. Finn Balor. I Quit match. Balor repeatedly targeted Edge's knee in the early portions of the match. Edge comically shouted, "Get that thing out of my face," as the referee presented Edge with plus 2910 Charles. North Korea fires 2 ballistic missiles in 7th of recent launches. Reuters. North Korea fired 2 ballistic missiles early on Sunday. Authorities in neighboring countries said. The 7th such launch by Pyongyang in recent days that added to widespread alarm in Washington and its allies in Tokyo and Seoul. Tokyo. October 9. Reuters. North Korea fired 2 ballistic missiles early on Sunday. Authorities in neighboring countries said. The 7th such launch by Pyongyang in recent days that added to wide SP. Plus 3121 Charles. New breast cancer hope as AI breakthrough could spare thousands of women from chemotherapy. Daily Mail. Scientists believe the new method could save the NHS millions of pounds each year because it offers a quicker and cheaper way of determining whether the disease is likely to return after surgery. Thousands of women with breast cancer could be spared unnecessary chemotherapy thanks to a new technique using artificial intelligence. Scientists believe the new method could save the NHS millions. Plus 3287 Charles. NASA's Juno gets highest resolution view of puzzling region of Jupiter's icy moon Europa. SciTech Daily. Observations from the Juno spacecraft's pass of the Moon provided the first close-up in over 2 decades of this ocean world, resulting in remarkable imagery and unique science. The highest resolution photo NASA's Juno mission has ever taken of a specific pore. By Jet Propulsion Laboratory October 8, 2022. Surface features of Jupiter's icy moon Europa are revealed in an image obtained by Juno's Stellar Reference Unit (SRU) during the spacecraft's September 29, 2. Plus 5631 Charles. College football scores. Schedule. NCAA Top 25 Rankings. Games today. Clemson. USC. Oregon in action. CBS Sports. NCAA football scores. Live updates and highlights from the full slate of Week 6 action on Saturday. Week 6 of the college football season brings a massive slate of pivotal conference games with 23 ranked teams taking the field on Saturday. Among the highlights are 3 games pitting ranked teams a plus 1733 Charles. Hope for Intel. ARC A750 Limited Edition GPU Review and Benchmarks. Gamers Nexus. Null. Your browser isn't supported anymore. Update it to get the best YouTube experience and our latest features. Learn more. Remind me later. This brilliant pink diamond sold for about $60 million. CNN. A stunning pink diamond has sold for nearly $60 million. More than twice the expected price. Luxury published 8 October 2022. A stunning pink diamond has sold for nearly $60 million. More than twice the expected price. The massive rock sold for 453.2 million Hong Kong dollars. Or around plus 1579 CHF. The Brawling Brutes put on banger after banger. Extreme Rules exclusive. October 4, 2022 WWE. It doesn't matter the time or the place. Sheamus, Butch and Ridge Holland guarantee they will always bring the ultimate fight night. Catch WWE action on Peacock. Null. Records from Florida raise new questions about DeSantis's migrant flights. The Washington Post. Newly released records raise new questions about whether the controversial program to fly migrants to Martha's Vineyard violated state protocols. In the request for bids to round up migrants to transport across the country, the administration of Florida Gov. Ron DeSantis was unequivocal. The winning contractor needed to fly out unauthorized. Plus 4600 CHF. Concerns grow over rising flu cases amid pandemic. ABC News. The number of flu cases is expected to be higher than last year amid lingering COVID-19 woes, according to health experts. Null. A cataclysmic, celestial couple gone wrong. A star eats its mate. KSL.com. Unlike the lonely sun, about half the stars in our Milky Way galaxy are in a long-term committed relationship with another star, orbiting each another in a celestial marriage called a binary system. Estimated red time: 3 to 4 minutes. Washington. Unlike the lonely sun, about half the stars in our Milky Way galaxy are in a long-term committed relationship with another star, orbiting each another in plus 3563 CHF. Deion Sanders. Eddie Robinson Jr. involved in altercation after Jackson State victory over Alabama State. CBS Sports. The Alabama State coach felt disrespected by Sanders before and during the game on Saturday. Tempers flared at the end of Jackson State's 26-12 win over Alabama State on Saturday. During the midfield handshake, Tigers head coach Deion Sanders tried to embrace Hornets head coach Eddie Robinson. Plus 2478 CHF. Call of Duty: Modern Warfare 2 will use Blizzard's controversial SMS Protect system, Engadget. When the next Call of Duty arrives on October 28, fans will need to connect a phone number to their Battle.net account to play the game. When the next Call of Duty arrives on October 28, fans will need to connect a phone number to their Battle.net account to play the game. Call of Duty: Modern Warfare 2. Newly created Overwatch 2. Plus 1250 CHF. Exxon illegally fired 2 scientists suspected of leaking information to WSJ. Labor Department says. CNN. ExxonMobil has been ordered to reinstate 2 scientists who were fired after being suspected of leaking information to The Wall Street Journal. The U.S. Labor Department said Friday. ExxonMobil has been ordered to reinstate 2 scientists who were fired after being suspected of leaking information to The Wall Street Journal. The U.S. Labor Department said Friday. A federal whistle. Plus 1959 Chars. Shakira shares video of heart being stomped on after Gerard Piqué split. Yahoo Entertainment. Making her hurt feelings clear. Shakira posted a video of a human heart getting walk over, claiming she knew this would happen. Her clips don't lie. On October 8, Shakira expressed her pain with cryptic video posted to her Instagram feed. In the clip, a man wearing dress shoes is seen stomping over a human heart as he walks thr. Plus 2050 Chars. Kanye West's Instagram account restricted. Returns to Twitter. CNN. After being suspended by Meta on Friday, Kanye West posted on Twitter for the first time in nearly 2 years, a move celebrated by Elon Musk, who is in the process of buying the social media network. After being suspended by Meta on Friday, Kanye West posted on Twitter for the first time in nearly 2 years, a move celebrated by Elon Musk, who is in the process of buying the social media network. Plus 1379 Chars. The effect of the color red on brain waves. Neuroscience News. The color red is not particularly strong in terms of the strength of gamma oscillations it generates in the brain. Summary. The color red is not particularly strong in terms of the strength of gamma oscillations it generates in the brain. Source. ESI. Red traffic lights make drivers stop. The color red produces plus 6582 Chars. Scientists say new supercontinent, Amasia, will form when Pacific Ocean disappears, NDTV. Over the next 200 to 300 million years, the Arctic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea will disappear, and Asia will crash into the Americas, forming a new supercontinent called Amasia. Scientists have said, the world may have a new supercontinent within 200 million to 300 million years. Representative image. Over the next 200 to 300 million years, the Arctic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea will disappear. Plus 2819 Chars. Alabama Crimson Tide star quarterback Bryce Young does not start against Texas A&M Aggies. ESPN. Bill O'Brien and the Alabama coaching staff did not have the services of quarterback Bryce Young for the start of the Crimson Tide's game against Texas A&M on Saturday night in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Tuscaloosa. Ayla. Alabama star quarterback Bryce Young did not start Saturday night's game against Texas A&M as he continues to deal with shoulder soreness in his throwing arm. Young dressed O. Plus 1356 Chars. Your Pixel can now get the Pixel 7's new nature-inspired sounds and ringtones. 2. Android Police. Null. Rivian recalls 12,200 cars over loose nut that could literally make your wheel flop over. Gizmodo. The recall affects Rivian's consumer models, the R1T and R1S, and its electric delivery vehicles. No injuries associated with the issue have been reported. Electric car manufacturer Rivian is voluntarily recalling 12,212 vehicles over concerns of a possible loose fastener or nut that could cause serious problems like excessive wheel tilt, and in rare C. Plus 3146 Chars. Liv Morgan sentence Ronda Rousey through a table. WWE Extreme Rules 2022. WWE Network exclusive. WWE. Liv Morgan drives Ronda Rousey through a table during their SmackDown Women's Championship Extreme Rules match at WWE Extreme Rules 2022. Catch WWE action on Null. October 8, 2022. Russia-Ukraine news, CNN. An explosion early Saturday caused part of Europe's longest bridge that links Russia to the annexed territory of Crimea to collapse, according to Russian officials, in a major blow for Russia. At least one explosion has severely damaged the Kerch Bridge connecting the annexed Crimean peninsula with the Russian Federation. The explosion early Saturday caused Pa. +3469 chars. Human cocaine and heroin addiction is found tied to impairments in specific brain circuit initially implicated in animals. Neuroscience News. Greater impairment of the prefrontal cortex habenula pathway was correlated with earlier age of first drug use. Summary. Greater impairment of the prefrontal cortex habenula pathway was correlated with earlier age of first drug use. Source. Mount Sinai Hospital. White matter in the brain that was previously I+5363 chars. Meet the International Space Station's new diverse crew. CNN. This week, get to know the newly arrived astronauts and cosmonaut who ventured to the International Space Station. Meet the Nobel Science Laureates. Get your hands dirty with composting. Uncover a Hercules statue. And more. A version of this story appeared in CNN's Wonder Theory Science newsletter. To get it in your inbox, sign up for free here. When astronauts venture aboard the International Space Station, they see a +5125 chars. Mike Hart, Michigan coach, carted off field after collapse at Indiana, USA Today. Hart, who was a former standout at Michigan from 2004 to 2007, was the Indiana RB coach from 2017 to 20 before taking over the same role in Ann Arbor in 2021. Bloomington, IND. Michigan football running backs coach Mike Hart collapsed on the sideline during the first quarter of Michigan's game Saturday against Indiana. With 4:54 left in the quarter, just +2796 chars. CD Projekt Red is going to put hundreds of developers on Cyberpunk. Orion. IGN. CD Projekt Red appears to be ramping up its development capabilities in a big way as it prepares for Cyberpunk 2077 sequel, codenamed Orion, as it looks to create a new studio and put hundreds of staff on the project. CD Projekt Red appears to be ramping up its development capabilities in a big way as it prepares for Cyberpunk 2077 sequel, codenamed Orion, as it looks to create a new studio and put hundreds of +2099 chars.